Tyrese, Kelly just told us he's not sure if that's the best you've played, but it seems like this is the angriest you're playing so far to start this year. I guess, what do you make of that assessment?
Uh, I'm not angry. I'm, I'm happy. But I think I think the point he's trying to make is like maybe I don't smile as much anymore, maybe because I'm getting older. But I think I'm at the point in like my career where like I want us to be really good as a team, and like I know that starts with me. So like sometimes now I can't be all smiley and all the time. Like Hunt was like, "Why were you screaming at me before I came in the game?" I said, "Bro, because you don't have your shirt tucked in. If you get us to delay a game, then I'm gonna be really angry." And then he's like, "Twin, I was just happy to be in there." I said, "You're right, my fault." But yeah, I think that's just determined. Like I want us to win. I want us to win so bad every single game, and I want to do whatever I can to help my team do that. So that's really it.
Tyrese, I know your go-to is always he's really good at basketball, but when you look at what VJ's done through the first 3 games of his career,
Yeah.
how do you kind of like describe what you're saying about him?
I think he's been good, like you said. I mean, he's been poised. It's funny because he got that last turnover at the end, and I was telling him that's my turnover. I got to give him some space because, like, my man would have trapped him. But I mean, for how he's playing extremely aggressive. Only had 2 turnovers tonight. Has the ball in his hands a lot. We all trust him, so he got to keep playing that way. Um, but yeah, his defense has been great. His patience has been great, and he scored the ball at a high level. So.
This the pace that you guys want to play at, kind of the revamped or tweaked offense. When did Coach Nurse like maybe first float that to you during the summer? Like when did you first find out that like this is what we're gonna really focus on trying to do this year?
So in my exit meeting, Coach Daryl and EB said, "Listen, you gotta get the ball up the court a lot faster than you're getting up the court." And I was like, "That's fine with me. If y'all, just let me know what y'all need from me." They told me that then. Then they drafted BJ, and it's like, "Listen, we really gotta get the ball up the court now." So that's what we've been trying to do, and it really helps because everybody has bought in. So when everybody buys into that, this makes it a lot easier.
You talked about before the season transforming the culture of this team and how that starts with you. You can only preach that message, though. It takes the rest of the team to be willing to hear it and then act on it. What do you just really have to say about your team? It's really kind of following through so far in the season and following what they need to do to take care of business.
I think the biggest thing is, man, like we set the tone from day one. Like as soon as I don't know, I got back like September 13th or 15th, and they had already been hitting the ground running. But like I just let them know, like, listen, dude, like from day one, right now, moving forward, we got to be on our P's and Q's every single day. We have to work extremely hard, outwork people, and play hard every single night. So Coach Nurse made a statement as far as like when fans leave the building, wherever we're at, they want to say that we played our tails off that night. So that's what we're trying to do.
Nick said that he thinks this might have been the best game Kelly's ever played as a Sixer. Just what did you see at him tonight?
Yeah, he was really good, man. Like offensively, defensively, vocal. I remember they went on a run. He rallied the guys, said, "Hey, listen, man, that run has to stop now. We go out there, we go on a run ourselves." And then in the first or second quarter, I can't remember, but like he's been very vocal. He's been he's been good, man. Like just honestly, that's all I can say about it. Cause like he's rebounded well, he's defended well, he's guarding like 4 different positions, which is funny. But he's been really good. He's scoring the ball well. He's taking the really good shots, and he's been like perfect for us right now. So shout out to Kelly.
Orlando's talked about on media day those physical pre-camp practices where no fouls were called. How did that prepare you to sort of be in this position of last week?
Okay, so Quentin Grimes 6 fouls. BJ Cole, I had 5 fouls in the game. Honestly, it just made us tougher. I think that was the biggest thing that it did. It made us tougher, man. Like you got to play through some of those hits offensively, and then defensively, you got to be aggressive. Go out there and guard your yard. Sometimes, man. Paulo, it's him, Franz, Desmond. They are really good at like getting downhill and like taking those bumps, and we did a really good job of doing that. Bona and Drum was, blocking shots and cleaning us up too. So that was really good.
I recognize it's super early, but what did the MVP chance mean to you, and what did you think of that?
I told you after the game, I said, dude, I don't know how you do this. I missed the free throw because they were screaming. But I just want us to win, man. However that looks, as long as we do that, whether it looks like it looked last game, the game before last, or today, I don't really care. As long as we're winning. That's what we're about right now, trying to stay winning and just, we're not going to, win every game, but keep competing, keep winning, and keep sacrificing for our team.
On that, the top defensive teams in the league, and you guys were able to really attack them all efficiently and get things rolling pretty quick on offense. How were you able to do so tonight?
Pace. Coach Nurse said before the game that they're a bigger team, and if we could rebound and stop them, we could get out and run them, and that's what we tried to do.
You want to win any way you can, but tonight, obviously, that was a lot of it had to do with you being the alpha down the stretch and being that kind of lead scorer. What can you just talk a little bit about your comfortability being that number one option, especially down the stretch in close situations and close games?
I mean, I'm just trying to close games out. Joel has been on me recently about that, probably since like my 4th year, about how I need to like help close games out and have the ball in my hands and make decisions whether I'm shooting or whether I'm passing. Like it was a play today, I got in the paint and they helped, and I kicked it out to Justin, and Justin hit a big 3, and then he got a drove and hit another shot. Like those are big plays that I'm talking about, like, that he's talking about. Not always shoot, not always scoring, but making the right play. And I think that's the biggest thing that I've been trying to do, and like control pace, control time and possession of the ball. That's the biggest thing. Like late in the game, go get the ball, make the right play.
What did it mean for some of the little contributions that you guys had from Eric? Came in and hit 2 big shots. Justin made a big floater down the stretch, the big rebounds that Oubre got. Just that everybody came in and contributed something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everybody's doing good, man. Hunt got in and he went out there and he played his tail off however long he was in the game. But like you said, Eric, EG, Drum, Justin, those 3 guys I'm really proud of because like they didn't play as much the first game. Justin played a little bit last game, I think. Drum had to come in and play, but EG hadn't played at all, and he comes right in and bangs 2 threes. Justin comes in and makes some big plays, and Drum was huge again tonight.
Tyrese, I know the results probably speak for themselves to some extent, but have you felt the difference that the changes in the offense have made for you, or just having more ball handlers on the floor, the ability to get off ball, get some speed going when
Right.
coming downhill?
Right, I think that's one of the biggest things. We have more ball handlers, so like it takes a little bit of pressure off myself, off Joel, off Paul. Like sometimes when you can get off the ball, get a rest, and the defense isn't looking at you every single possession is good. So that's been great. And then just playing faster has done. The NBA is moving fast. A lot of teams are trying to play faster, and to be able to keep up with that, some guys don't like to get back. So if we play fast and they're playing fast, we can stop them from trying to play a little bit fast defensively, then it's a good combination.
Tyrese, you and VJ through the first 3 games have scored more points than any backcourt in the history of the league, going back to at least 1970. I was just curious what your thoughts are on that.
That's a long time ago. 1970. That was
It's a long time.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I don't have nothing to say. That's just a long time ago. That's good though. I mean, listen, we're just trying to go out there and be aggressive and help us win. As long as we're doing that, then we're doing a good job. BJ's doing great.
Has it surprised you at all how quickly this has all come together the way it has?
I think right now we're just going out there and competing our tails off. I think being here early September, whenever we got here and got to play like pickup and stuff, and just being with BJ this summer and being with those young guys and doing stuff, the camaraderie was a thing that kind of helped us boost. So like we kind of knew going in, okay, this is what the roles are, this is what we're going to do. So when you do that, and then our training camp was really good. Coach staff did a really good job this year, training camp. The preseason games were good. A lot of guys, we didn't play a lot in the preseason. That's because we were practicing and like really going at each other in practice. So I think it's done a good job, and it's prepared us for the beginning of the season. Now we just got to keep going and keep making adjustments.
Do you agree with that? And if so, just what do you feel like was working the best for you tonight?
Just energy just to start off. I think it was definitely my best all around game. Just energy, not forcing things. Had a couple late shot clock bombs, but not forcing. Just playing to win. That's just the big mantra here. And slowing down, letting the game come to me, and not going to like force things, like I said earlier. So I think so. Whatever coach say, there it goes. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this the best you've seen Tyrese play since you've been here? Not this game specifically, but just the way that he's been so assertive early on this year.
No, he has a whole lot more to give and to do. So I wouldn't say so. I think that would be kind of downplaying the work that he puts in on a daily basis, and he's definitely playing with a little more of a chip on his shoulder. So I think this might be the most angry I've seen him play. So I would say that he's not an angry person at all. So yeah, that's pretty huge for us, for sure.
Playing with fire is kind of at a point for you this year. How have you seen that kind of bleed into the rest of the team? Well, you're all looking like you're kind of playing with a little bit of fire this year.
Y'all saw what happened last year. So it's pretty self-explanatory with that. And then it's just a new energy, new group, pretty much, other than, a couple of us, but a new energy, a big chip. And, we're just taking it day by day. But at the end of the day, we need to put these days together, protect home court, and, do the things that winning teams do.
Kelly, I know you.
When you have like the heavy guard lineup out there,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like a greater responsibility to go get those rebounds, knowing that maybe you're at a disadvantage in that category as a group?
Yeah, 100%. We were down Dominic tonight, and he's a huge piece for us on the glass. Adem got in some foul trouble, but we do have the Hall of Fame rebounder Andre Drummond, which congrats to him. He notched a big milestone tonight. But at the end of the day, man, it's just going to get the ball for more possessions to help our team win. I think, I'm still a guard forward, so I'm kind of in that niche of not being a smaller guard, so I can go up there and get them. And I think it's very important for us to get those possessions and push the pace.
Kelly, you've seen a number of rookies in your career. I guess what makes VJ different than others, whether it be skill or intangible?
I mean, he's himself. Like I won't even compare himself to him to anybody else. But he's just very poised. He looks like he's been doing this for multiple years. So I mean, if that's the answer that I can give you the best way possible, I think I'm gonna do that. But he's very poised, very in control out there. Obviously, film and reps will help him, continue to get better. But at the end of the day, man, like he's definitely, well beyond his years. So.
Kelly, I know you talked about, we saw last year and everything like that, but you got a lot of new faces on this team who are contributing. Not only that, and we know what Joel's going through. Paul has yet to play. Jared has yet to play. Like, just how can you explain that you guys are able to bring it together so soon?
Great question. I think last year lineups changed a lot, in and out, guys in and out. But this year, I think Tyrese has been hitting it on the head. It's like no matter who's out there, we have this constant that we won't waver from, and that goes into our culture and the things we do on a daily basis. It's still early, but at the end of the day, man, like if we can have the next man step up or anybody, come in there and be an impact to winning, I think that we'll be better off than we were last year for sure.
Nothing's been easy this year, obviously, but you guys are 3-0, and you mentioned you had that whole new attitude as a team. We've seen it even at practice. Would you say that you guys are having a bit more fun this year, obviously, than last year?
Winning is definitely more fun, obviously. But like I said, it's still early, man. We got to continue to just grind, continue to just keep our head down and, click off wins, but also be able to get hit with adversity and still bounce back. So, God forbid and Godspeed, we will have trials this season, but at the end of the day, how we bounce back will be the determining factor on us.
When you sort of just look at the totality of like your growth here during your time as a Sixer, like what are you most proud of, or where do you feel like that growth has most happened that sort of leads up to a night like night to night?
I really don't know. I'm still, heavily pondering what does Kelly Oubre Jr. even do. So I guess we'll see.
Tyrese Maxey's close tonight.
Well, it was big time, right? I think that he, obviously they were giving him a lot of attention in the second half. There wasn't a whole lot of room out there for him. And I thought he made some decisions to start going in transition, not necessarily break, but just early in the offense. And I thought that helped him. They were starting to, switch everything and pack in and keep guys in front of us. We weren't doing a great job of giving him space to operate, but he decided to go a little earlier, I thought, in the offense, and obviously made the plays. Yeah.
I mean, what do you kind of think about what DJ was able to do? I mean, again, he's one of the top defenses in the league, and he's kind of just looked fearless out there.
Yeah, he's again, I think the four of them, throw Q in there. Q had kind of limited minutes, but again, I think they're doing a good job of sharing it with each other, taking opportunities. It's a lot of play on the catch stuff. So I like the just again the little variety, right? You're just not quite sure which one of those guys is going to go and who's going to screen for who and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's helping them.
What kind of lift did Kelly give you guys?
Kelly was awesome. That was one of Kelly's best games, if not his best game as a Sixer, man. He was awesome right from the beginning. He had to spend a lot of time guarding Bancaro, right? Giving away, I don't know, 50 pounds maybe. And he just kept battling him. I mean, it was tough. Bancaro putting his body on us a lot, right? And we were trying our best not to foul him. And we did a decent job in the second half of not fouling him, but it kind of led to some easier baskets too. But Kelly had a great game.
He also had 10 rebounds. How big was that on the night when you guys again were a little shorthanded and didn't have as much size as you maybe like?
He's been defensive rebounding really well this year, and they're pretty emphatic ones. He's coming up, and we're trying to get him to come out and get over the top of the other team's big guys. And he's been working on it, and he's been really doing it because he just kind of springs up and snaps them down. So we need, obviously we're playing 3 guards. It makes him a guy that has to help us defensive rebound.
Nick, you guys have played 3 crunch time games through 3 games so far this season. I guess where does that poise come from to sort of keep coming out top there?
Well, I think one is they're doing a really good job of executing stuff, right? I think that, I don't know if I go back to Boston game, I guess. I mean, there was a lot of changes going on in our defensive coverages in the last 3 minutes of the game, and they were getting them done. They were getting them done, and then the game the other night, we made a bunch of changes to start the fourth to try to get some energy going, and they got, they did it, and those were all defensive. But again, just little things I think keep adding up. I think they're sneaking a layup here and there on a side OB play about every game. They're getting a play executed for a 3-point shot that we call, but mostly, I think those guys. Those guys are playing so well together out there that it's making it hard to hone in on stopping any one of them, right? I think that's probably the biggest thing.
What did you make of Adem's night tonight?
It's pretty good. He had 17 blocks tonight, didn't he? It felt like it. I don't know how many he had, but it felt like it, right? I mean, it just what we talked about before the game. You asked me, I think, and I just said it's really all about energy for him. If he's energetic and bouncy like that, like he's gonna block some shots. And he certainly had some great timing early. He was really waiting because those guys thought they were cruising to the basket, and he was surprising them, especially early in the game. But that's big. I mean, it's they got big guys who are trying to beat us up to the rim. And there's not much left there unless you got somebody that can protect the rim a little bit. So it's big.
One of his buckets was on a lob from Tyrese by his guy and moving really quickly, made a one-handed block pass. How important of a pass can that be for Tyrese? That's to play
well, at that point in the game, you guys probably saw it. They were really kind of overloading to Tyrese's side. So they were pulling the 5 all the way over into like almost a pre-rotation. Right, and that Bona's got to have some discipline to stay wide, and then when the guy's almost already committed to Tyrese, so he has that kind of runway to run. It's not that easy though. For whatever reason, guys get kind of pulled into the crowd too. So it was good. I think he had 2 of them where he just really waited to the right time and then took off. Yeah.
In the days leading up to the opener, you talked about how when 2 people leave their seats, you hope that they felt like that you guys really worked hard that night. This is a Monday in late October, and there's good juice in the building tonight. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the guys are playing extremely hard, and again, like we needed every bit of everybody that hit the floor. Right. I mean, the other night we kind of went to Drummond late, and he sparked us. Tonight I thought he had a really good first half, and of course Eric sparked us tonight. And even Hunter had to go in there because we had the foul trouble and just play a couple minutes. And I think that's important. You look down and you say, well, who didn't help us tonight? And I said you couldn't say anybody didn't help us tonight, and that's good. I think they're feeding off that energy. I thought the crowd was great. Right, that helps too. I think this building's electric, a little crazy, but crazy good. right, when you're playing hard.
Maybe in addition to the crunch time execution, just when you sort of look at the totality of the 3 games, what do you sort of look at as, okay, these were some seeds that we've been sowing for weeks, months, and in certain circumstances that we're like actually seeing start to just kind of show
Yeah, I mean,
itself?
I don't know. I mean, I think you gotta play all 3 phases of the game, right? You gotta play some semblance of defense, no matter what the matchups are, and whether you're bigger, smaller, quicker, slower, whatever. You got to figure some things out. We've done that just enough, I think, right? I think obviously the offense is spaced and there's the balls moving. There's lots of things good happening there. I think we're playing pretty unselfishly on offense as well. Lots of good looks from 3. Lots of dump offs to the bigs when the bigs are available. And then again, I think the special teams has done their job, really well. Again, layups here, always getting the ball inbounds under pressure, all that kind of stuff.
Has the way this has come together as fast as it has, considering Grimes was obviously a late addition, BJ's a rookie, you have your veterans been in and out. Has any of it surprised you how seamlessly it's seemingly gone early on?
I think that Q part, I'll answer first. I thought he looked a little like he needed a little conditioning in game 1, right? But that comes pretty quick, right? As soon as you go out there and play 35, 30 plus minutes, your conditioning in a real live tough game comes pretty quick. So I don't think he's over that hump. I mean, listen, I think that, again, VJ, everybody that's not that surprising to me. I think he's this good. I think he's this good, and I thought it right away. And he's, like I said, from the day we drafted him, he was where we asked him to be all summer long, every single day, and that was working. And he's got a tremendous engine to work every day, and you're going to get better when you do that. And I think that he's got such an athleticism to him. Like he's gonna make some plays at the defensive end every night. You saw that tremendous block tonight out of nowhere. He's like a shot blocking 2 guard, right? He's gonna block shots and he's gonna dart in the passing lane. He's gonna knife over screens, and then the rest of it, I think he's just been so patient. That beyond his years. I didn't probably know he had that. Like his feel for the game and his tempo and all that stuff is really good, and he got a long way to go here. Right, he's gonna have his ups and downs, but my whole goal, as I said, is minutes for him. His successful season's gonna be piled up in minutes, and 40 2 nights in a row is a good start. Yep.